All right, what is this? The fourth edition of the Shenema Absolute Shenema movie review. This is like 2 months in a row going strong. I think 30 days makes a habit, but we're pretty lazy. Maybe this one would do it. Our fourth movie is The Usual Suspects, um, chosen by TK, and he's actually here with us along with
I
Louie,
am.
Goose, uh, Woody,
So,
Plow. I'm
Hello.
Smurf in this realm. But yeah, TK, what drew you to this movie? And I'm glad you picked it actually.
Yeah, it's a great movie. I think this was probably one of the first like psychological like surprise movies I think I had seen. And it was just like all the rage with my friends. I can remember that even in high school we were doing like a drama thing, and me and one of my buddies did the scene in it where uh Chaz Palminteri is yelling at Verbal, and he's like just going off on him a couple of those scenes, but we kind of tied them together and did them. But it was just it's always been one of my favorite movies, so I figured it was a good one to watch with you guys.
Yeah,
Who did
very
you play
dialogue heavy.
in the scene?
I was Kaiser Soze,
Yes, you were.
purple
All
kid.
right.
Oh, just going straight,
No, no spoilers, bro.
No
Come
going
on.
spoilers,
straight
right?
to
I
the
haven't
So
watched it.
the power word.
boo.
so the synopsis is pretty much that a group of criminals brought together in a police lineup, and after realizing the cops are trying to pin something on them, they decide to work together uh, on a huge heist. Um, that's kind of the forestory, and then there's kind of a background story going on where a cop is interviewing a guy, and pretty much it's the last survivor of this, and it goes down the whole line of how it all started,
Yeah, there's a lot of
and
time
kind of
jumps.
it's interspersed kind of back and forth for the time. I think they do a pretty good job. Obviously, the easy part is that the one time is just the two of them in the office,
Hmm.
and then pretty much anything else is another time. But it seems like it flowed pretty well for that.
Hmm.
Um, so
Yeah,
yeah, so
any
that's
lines
basically the synopsis.
blurred, any lines blurred with the time jumps kind of just played into the mystery you're waiting on.
The year it was in, it did win Best Supporting Actor for Kevin Spacey, and then Best Original Screenplay. It also won.
It was definitely a hit of the time. I mean, it was the talk. I mean, that was the movie
Yeah,
of the year.
Yeah, I know the it. We'll get into like what it did do and that was original, but just the twist itself probably got people talking. And someone Goose, what were you saying about the video on the band when we were talking about this? Or like the video rentals or the purchases broke records.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, I don't know about records, but I do remember anecdotally, like, after the movie came out. I mean, I don't remember it being a huge hit because there were so many big hits that came out right around the same time.
dude, that
But
94, 95 was like a ridiculous time for movies.
Pulp Fiction.
however, this one was one of those ones that like got recommended a lot at the rental store I was at and the rental
Yeah,
stores in town. I think it was one of those ones where the video or the videos, depending on how many you had, were almost always rented out because everyone was like, "You got to see this movie."
it makes sense
It
because
was Dave's pick of the month.
the people see it first in the theater and then they're just like, "Oh, dude, I remember this." And I don't know, they try to initiate people and share
Yeah.
the entertainment. The story was nicely laid out. I mean, great dialogue, and these actors. I mean, they had I think a power cast. Just with the suspects alone. Um,
I don't know if it was Benicio del Toro's first role, but it was the first time
dude,
I'd see him,
he
and I was like,
he was
"Who's this
so
guy?"
cool.
Dude, these
Yeah.
every single one of those guys just stole their roles, right? Like
Yeah,
every single one of them was just like they
Kevin
were
Pollak was
perfect.
just a pissed off like
Yeah,
explosives
like they were
guy,
perfect in the roles that they
wasting
needed to
my
be in,
time.
right? Yeah, like Benicio del Toro did a great job, but so did Stephen Baldwin too, right? Like he did a
Yeah,
great job as McManus, like
Yeah,
because he
he
was
was
just like
good in
this
that.
grumpy. He was really good, yeah. And then Pollock as Hockney um, was good. The so we were talking about it the other night. The guy that played the lawyer, Kobayashi was
Yeah,
Pete
Kobayashi.
Postal Weight. Postal Weight.
Pete
Pete
Postlewaite.
Postlewaite, yes. Yeah, whatever.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that dude from what was it, Romeo and Juliet, that came out around the same time, like a year later, the one with DiCaprio. Like, I remember him from that one because he's the narrator slash, monk that tells the story of woe.
Yeah, you see him in a lot of shit over the years since then.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much Stephen Baldwin anymore, but I mean, it did go on to,
I mean, he had his
kind
heyday
of
with Pauly
launch him.
Shore.
Didn't we all?
He was
Fiddle with the
he
whiz.
was really good as Baldwin was really good as his character. I like the ragtag group. I mean, there's reasons down the line why they're together, but almost remind me of the movie Lady Killers with how they just paired them
Oh yeah.
together and was going to do a heist, and each one had their own special personality. And that one was a bit more cartoonish and out there, but uh, yeah, this group kind of played well together. It had uh, former President Nixon as the commissioner, Jeffrey. Um, he made an appearance. I don't know the actor's name, but he played Nixon in the movie Dick. He was like a perfect look.
Who was it? Not Gabriel Byrne.
It could be. I don't want to poke around with names, but um, dude looks like Nixon. He was in the movie.
It was a tight crime thriller, and they don't make them as much as they used to, or if they do, they make them badly. But just like
Super
tightly
tight
written.
script.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those movies you can't half-ass watch. You got to pay attention to what's happening and how things are set up. And if you do, the payoff at the end is brilliant. If you haven't seen it.
Mhm.
And worth a rewatch knowing the payoff at the end, too.
Oh yes.
Like,
Yes.
Mhm. So we eventually find out that the reason those random people were in the lineup is, it was no coincidence. They indirectly
It was a happy
screwed up
accident.
the business of a guy named Kaiser Sose, which is like a name you hear a lot. And, like
in the
one
second
maybe.
half of the movie. Only in the second half of the movie, though. Did you guys catch that? He's not brought up before that. I
Okay.
don't remember. I don't think.
That's when it shifts.
Yeah,
That's when.
well, because it's like they come back into verbal while he's telling his story, and they're like, "Who's Kaiser Soze?" And he starts sweating and acting all nervous and shit. Remember?
Yeah, but as soon as he says it, Kevin Spacey's character just goes, "Ah, fuck!" Like, looks like I need to change my story. But we eventually find out he kind of anticipated that.
Yeah, these guys are
That's,
so like, fuck.
yeah, that was a good scene.
Yup.
It just cuts.
Well,
It's
'cause
a
in the
spook story
the
that
first-
criminals tell their kids at night. You read on your poppin'.
It's so
They
good.
will get you.
Oh my
Well,
god!
we
Yeah,
find
no,
out
the
that
entire movie. The entire movie shifts from that moment forward. It goes from like, hey, there's these guys with this mystery to there's a boogeyman out there and he's fucking coming, right? Like,
and each one of these quote random guys, let's say one of them ripped off a supply truck and ended up being something Kaiser Sose was doing in the background that they had no idea. So Kaiser Sose
Yeah.
kind of took note of them and grouped them together and started fucking with them, which they find out through his quote personal lawyer Kobayashi, and now they have to do a job for him, right? Or they think they have to do a job for him.
Yeah, he's got him by the balls, and Kaiser Soze isn't someone you say no to.
And most
I
of them
guess-
are okay with it. There's only a few, exceptions, obviously, and they have to all be okay to go along with the with it as well.
Yeah,
I like how he developed a John Wick-like legend around him in Mystique. Kaiser Soze, of, this is the guy you don't want coming after you.
well,
you don't want this.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
That kind of
well,
aura.
it's very
of
much
danger.
it's an old mobster's tale kind of thing too, because it's like he's not just coming after you. He's going to kill your grandmother. He's going to strangle her dog. He's going to come after your neighbors.
Well,
like he from the
yeah.
very beginning plays it up like this guy is psycho.
Didn't it start out with somebody threatened his family, so Kaiser Sose killed his own family and said, I'll, yeah, like I'm the one making changes here. Like if anyone's gonna die, it's gonna be me. And he just went on a killing spree and became the boogeyman.
That's the legend.
We should
Yeah, that's the
mention
legend
also,
we heard at least. I mean, we all heard this from Kevin Spacey's character.
yeah, we should mention also that at that point, even in the beginning, we know what the mission was. Now that we can kind of start piecing it together, it was a raid on a boat.
Yeah, Soze
Ship.
wanted them to
It's called
do
a ship.
a drug hit with a boat or something and disorganize them.
Right.
And
And so the idea is that everybody had died because the boat had exploded. There were 2 survivors. One is Verbal Kent, who's being interviewed by Agent Kuyan. Agent Kuyan. And then the other one is a Turkish guy that's in the hospital and wakes up, and as this is all going on, he's giving a description of what Kaiser Soze looks like because he was on the boat.
What a great scene when it ended and they got that fax, which showed what Kaiser Soze looked like.
Yeah, talk about old tech alert.
Yeah.
it took forever.
Dated itself.
Yeah,
If that was just a text, like he would have been in jail.
Man, I was waiting for the dial-up sounds, honestly.
Very 90s, height of 90s technology. But this is made by Bryan Singer, who did a lot of X-Men movies. He did Valkyrie, Superman Returns. He did some other stuff in his personal life. That's why he's not directing too much anymore. But he was a hit director back then. He was hot.
Yeah, Kevin Spacey was a great actor.
Well, this
Yes.
was like one of those earlier roles, wasn't it?
Yeah, he looked a bit younger too.
It was. It wasn't his first role, but
This was
yeah.
like one of those first movies that was like an indie movie that won a lot of awards and then went on to make a shit ton of movie. And
I did this come before American Beauty?
it's
It had
yeah,
to
by
have,
years.
yeah.
Yeah,
By years.
Okay.
Yeah,
I bet you
did
that got him the role, as usual suspects.
It could have. He was creepy in both. He plays those creepy roles perfectly. I wonder why.
Yeah, it's strange. He just
He was
taps.
creepy in that movie.
Very
that was
similar
about
in
Savannah, too.
Apex as well.
Yeah,
He was creepy in
yes.
that.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
creepy in Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, even in
Ice West.
something like Baby Driver, he plays that eccentric.
But yeah, he was creepy in that too.
I watched the
Eccentric.
movie the
like,
other night,
Maybe he's just a
Consenting
creep.
Adults, with him in it
Was
from
he-
like 1992, and he again played a creep.
Yeah, was he creepy
So,
in House of Cards? I didn't watch that one. Was he creepy in that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Big
I know
time.
he pushed
Are you
his
kidding
that
me?
girl on the train.
It's
he had
important
Lex
to
Luthor
remember,
like
too,
deviousness.
in 1995, there were 2 movies that came out of importance. One was Usual Suspects. The other one was Seven, which
That
starred
was
Kevin
that
Yeah.
Spacey in
Oh,
both of those
that
movies.
was
Were both
box.
in 95.
Yeah. What's in the
Oh,
box?
shit.
And he played
Wow.
a creepy dude in both of those.
Maybe he's a
Mhm.
creep, guys.
Maybe he is. I don't know.
Are we
He's
supposed to
just a good
believe
actor?
when he says who he says he is, like, to do that?
It's like that meme of him at the game when he's got the hold up face in front of him and he pulls it away and it's actually Kevin Spacey.
Classic Spacey. I don't know who raped me. He was wearing a Kevin Spacey mask. Sorry.
So at one point they head out to LA and then they meet at like a pagoda with that dude. And that guy's been in a few movies too, and I can't remember what his name is. The
Which
blonde.
dude?
He's fucking RoboCop.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it is
Weller?
RoboCop.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit,
Peter
that guy's
Weller.
in this movie.
It's Peter Weller.
Robo wants Oreo.
I just watched that today.
So did you see this TK in the theaters? Video?
No,
home
no, no,
box
no, no,
office?
video. Yeah, video.
I think that's where I saw it as well. I don't remember at this point. But it was one of those things where it was like everyone was talking about it, and you kind of felt like an asshole if you hadn't seen it, so you went out
Yeah.
and saw it.
It really
Do you
set
think
people
that-
off.
Do you think that if this movie was released today, that it would have been easier to catch the the twist, or do you think you still wouldn't have caught it?
I mean, that depends on the writing. I mean, yeah. I feel like, yes, it would hold up. I feel like if you
Yeah, I
took
think it
somebody,
would.
yeah,
It's so unique. Like if it hadn't come out, that's the thing. Like, well, let's go ahead and finish the story. Like, and we'll get into like the twists because that's what really made people recommend the movie. As Kevin
spoilers
Spacey,
ahead.
yeah, spoiler line. As Kevin Spacey jumped out the window, he Kevin Spacey's character started to kind of break down and misremember stuff on purpose, and the detective kind of got tired of him and said, this guy, you thought he was your friend. You led him along. He led you along, and
Oh, he
can
was
you
your
really
friend.
trust him? And Kevin Spacey's
He wasn't your
character
friend,
just fucking
Verbal.
like went crazy and was like, "You don't know." I'm like, fuck you, and found a way to like kind of just leave on that note because obviously the detective was done with his story. And as he's leaving, the
But they
printer's
believe
going
that Kaiser
off.
Soze is real, and they believe, right? Like they believe that that's a real person. They just believe it was Keaton that was the guy that was pretending to be
Yeah,
him.
he's like, it has to be Keaton because, who else? Like, he tricked you and you don't know what you saw. And as he's leaving, the printer's going off, and the detective kind of looks at a message board. What was it, like a bulletin board that was just randomly in the office? And it happened to be what
Yes.
Kevin Spacey's character was looking at the whole time. And
Yeah,
he just
getting
puts it
clues to
together.
lie.
Like,
Like the
every,
coffee cup was broken and said Kobayashi on the bottom of that, and you're like,
yeah,
oh, I see
like
what he's doing.
he spun a story about beans in Guatemala, and there was a big Guatemala poster. There was just names on the walls
The
that
barbershop
he,
Barbershop,
quartet.
Muskogee,
yeah,
Yeah, I was in a
Illinois. Yeah.
barbershop quartet in Skokie, Illinois, which was the bulletin board.
exactly, yeah, and the Kobayashi on the mug. So he spun this whole
But on
story.
that
The
bulletin board
detective
is the entire
realized it.
story, right?
Pretty
Huh?
much.
Yes.
Yeah, on that board is like his entire story.
Yeah, you can see
Oh
where he was
yeah.
pulling the lies from.
So that's
Hmm.
actually a good point. That was something I kind of picked up this time. Is I kind of wonder if he wasn't more or less telling the truth and then just like making shit up from the board along the way to pepper it in to throw the guy the fuck off, right? Like because all the details, the
Yeah.
barbershop quartet and all that stuff is all irrelevant, right? He's just fucking with the guy at that point. And if you go back and watch it again, you can see it in his eyes too. Like Kevin Spacey plays him like, oh, he's actually fucking with this guy. If
Well,
you pay
I think he
attention.
does. I think he does it to throw him off, right? Because that
Hmm.
makes him seem
Hmm.
like so much less of a threat. Because that's
Yeah,
all he
yeah, yeah.
wants is for Kuyan to think that he's a nothing,
He
right?
Yeah.
Like
says
that
they call
he's
me
not
verbal
important.
because I talk too much. And
Yeah, I
then he
was just
goes
gonna
on
tell you to shut the fuck
talking.
up. Yeah, why do they call you verbal?
And
Because
so
I talk too much.
And
Just
so
gonna tell you to
that
shut
raises the
fuck up.
question: how unreliable of a narrator is this guy? Is it just like is he fucking with the guy and that's the lie, or is he
Yeah.
like actually making up the entire thing so the movie was all a fucking story,
Well, the
right?
I
rule
think
of
he was
thumb,
making
right?
up almost. I think he was making up. Um, I don't think he was making up the how everything like came to be.
Well, that's all.
Hmm.
The rule of
Hmm.
thumb is there's always a bit of truth in a lie, right? So he probably just replaced important names and locations, and got inspiration from the bulletin board and the detective's office and
Yeah, I
For his
think he was
whatever
giving
else
them
you
the real
saw.
character.
story because he
Well,
didn't
what
want.
he
Because here's the thing: he didn't know what they knew already, right? Like they could have found something, right? Like so, I think he wanted to play it by the book because that way, like what he was saying was simply a statement of fact.
Yeah.
Because at that
well
point, no
not
one knew
only
that he was Kaiser Soze, so it didn't matter what he told them. What were we gonna say? What?
I was gonna say like if Kaiser Sose is real and he is that guy, he would want the story of what he did to somebody who knew who he was to get
Yep.
out. So he
Yeah.
told it to a cop. So it
Yeah.
was
He told, and multiple cops were there. They kind of spread, like all three of
Let the
them.
yeah,
legend grow.
Yeah, that's a good
exactly.
point.
Yeah.
Um, I think this was a very original story. It kind of is the exception to there are no more new stories. Um,
Yeah.
it introduced at least two tropes. I think the ending with the message board and the bulletin board, whatever, and like everything around the office influencing the story, finally coming together, and I think that started a good trope that I've seen reused in a lot of parodies. And then at the end, where Verbal, played by Kevin Spacey, just starts walking away, like literally scot free. It was a good double entendre. And then his gimp walk, just goes straight,
Yes.
and he's like, okay, he's not crippled. He gets picked up by quote Kobayashi, so he actually did have a lawyer or a fixer, if you will. And that's another trope I've seen, especially in Scary Movie. Like the dude starts to walk away, gimping, and he starts to walk away perfectly, and he end up
I was
doing
faking it.
yeah, it's the perfect crime type of deal. So yeah, some really cool original tropes. Kevin Spacey as Verbal really pulled it off, and everyone else really played their role. Um, really good stuff.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about it being like original? Like, have you seen? Did you think of any other stories or moments that would kind of unfold like this movie did at the end?
I don't think so.
No,
Such a
this
good
is its own
reveal.
creature. I mean, you can say it's a crime thriller, and it absolutely is. But it's got that left turn.
You know,
There's a lot of reasons to watch this movie.
I will
Acting,
say that there
story.
is one movie that I will compare this to, and it was actually a movie that I thought about picking next. But then I kind of get typecast into that type, was Primal Fear.
Oh
Richard
yes,
Gere and Ed Norton.
yeah.
This has kind of that same feel, and I'm not going to give anything else away,
I
but it's
don't
got
think
kind of
I've
that
seen
same
that.
feel. That is a fantastic movie.
You want to see how good an actor Ed Norton is? Go check that movie out.
Yeah, that's probably his best movie I've ever seen him in.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually a power
Mulder.
cast.
As messed up as the content is, he was lights out in American History X too.
Yeah, another powerful guy.
Yeah.
That really radiate with
Gut
you though,
punch.
TK. You know,
No.
given your
No.
track record of maps that we've raced on in GTA.
Yeah,
I've got everybody's got maps nowadays.
Maps.
But well, see, let's see other than Kevin Spacey, who went on to do great stuff and kind of got in trouble. I mean, where are they now? I would say the other breakout star would be Benicio del Toro.
Yeah,
Who's
well, Kevin
continued
Pollak,
working and
he did a
successful.
lot of
Kevin
work when he
Pollak.
got old and ugly. He looked kind of young in this movie. The
Was this
detective that
before,
interviewed the Russian and
Chaz
the
Palminteri, he's been around forever.
Hello, Giancarlo Esposito.
yep,
Oh,
he was the
Breaking Bad.
detective that interviewed the Russian in the bed and
Yeah.
went to the interrogation room with Verbal and said,
Yeah, he was in
Kaiser Sose. He's the one that brought that information.
yeah,
He was on
Giancarlo
Homicide:
Esposito.
Life in the Street.
Was he?
Yeah, in the '90s, he was Lieutenant Giardello's son.
He was also in Scarface.
That
Wait,
is
the
dope.
original? Holy
Yeah.
shit!
God,
That
he
is
must
cool.
have
Original, like there was another
He
remake or
was-
something.
He was super young.
Not
but
the video game.
Yeah, so he was in Scarface, and then he went on to be Gus Fring in Breaking Bad.
Breaking. That's
Don't
where I know him
forget,
from. Was Breaking
He
Bad.
was in jail and Trading Places talking to Eddie Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Oh,
now he's
sure,
in
young
everything.
man.
The Boys, Breaking Bad, Marvel,
He's Star Wars now.
Star Wars too.
Oh, that's true. He's one
Yeah,
of
he
the
was
admirals.
in, he was in what, The Mandalorian? Was that
Yes.
when he made his debut in there?
That seems about right. Yeah.
Yes, I remember. Yeah, he captured Grogu.
Yep.
Gugro.
Huga.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that's
Oh, hey, oh, hey.
Yeah, we have
Hey.
no Al Pacino movies yet. Or no, yes, we do. We had Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Strike that.
That's
Pacino
right. He
was
was
in
in that
that.
one.
There's two things I'll touch on. I mean, there's something really small. Kevin Pollak, when his character was working and got taken in for the interrogate for the suspects lineup, he threw his rag on the camera. You know,
Oh, that was a good shot. That was pretty
yeah,
cool.
that was a good shot. And like, it's something really small, but it makes me wonder if that's just something he did or if they told him to do it, and they really didn't have another shot in the movie like that.
Yeah, maybe it was just something he did, and they're like, "This is so good, we got to leave it in."
And
Or maybe
also,
they made him do a million takes.
yeah, I keep missing the rag, but your lines are perfect. But the rag, man, I'm a I'm a mechanic. I'm supposed to know how to throw a rag.
Yeah, that was another thing. It was cool. Everybody had their specialty. There's a demolitions guy, there was like driver. Everybody had their
Yeah.
own specialty.
Right.
A Verbal was the brains, and then the other guy was like kind of the the reality. The brains meets reality. What's his name? I should know his name. That
you talking
Verbal
Gabriel
was
Byrne?
buddies. Verbal was buddies with, and he tried to pin Kaiser Sose on the ex-cop that
Oh,
got
Keaton,
shot on the
Gabriel
boat.
Byrne.
Yeah,
Keaton.
Yeah,
Mhm.
dark-haired
yeah,
Irishman.
Keaton. There
I
you
think
go,
he's
Keaton.
Irish.
Yeah, and then Verbal had a lot of. He talked a lot of shit. He said a weird line. He was talking about I need something to drink, right? I need something to drink, and he's like, oh, I get dehydrated as a kid, and my piss came out all gooey like snot, and I'm like, that's not snot. Like, what were you doing, Verbal, and why why are you trying to throw them off and talk this weird shit?
He's a master liar. Just
Yeah,
a spin webs,
manipulator,
like
and
just looking around. Yep.
um, how about that ending shot of he Verbal gets away. He gets in the car and he pulls off, and the detective runs out and looks around. And he's all lost. He's like having a panic attack. Like, oh, where'd he
While the
go?
car is
Where'd he
driving
go?
off in the
Yeah,
background.
it's like
And like a
perfectly in
ghost.
his blind spot.
He
Like, oh,
disappeared.
the only car driving away slowly. Not that. Where did he go?
He could be anywhere.
Return to legend.
I mean, if this was like 2002 or beyond, he would have just checked the CCTV and arrested them both like that afternoon.
Yeah, nowadays you have to get really creative with your writing if you're going to do like a heist movie or whatever that's believable with modern technology. Like even Heat, I think, would be hard to pull off today.
Oh,
He,
absolutely.
yeah, yeah, that's a good example.
Yeah,
It's
making a
it's
sequel
this
to
really
it, I
interesting
believe.
line between like pre 9/11 and post 9/11 stuff, right? Because the U.S. ratcheted up its security and surveillance after the Patriot Act.
Big Brother is always
Yeah,
watching.
and just tech in general. I mean, if people had cell phones in this movie, like just Verbal's whole fuzzy story of what happened on the boat would have been just ruined by CC footage.
Yeah,
Um,
it's hard to be a criminal nowadays.
yeah, but good movie. I'm glad you suggested it, TK. It was a classic. I mean, I
Yeah,
think every
thank you.
story after this has been unoriginal, and there will be no other original thought.
Plus, like the intro music is just like cool, just like that.
Yeah,
It sets it up. It sets the vibe up perfectly.
It really
Yeah.
does, dude.
Yeah.
yeah, like coffee and cigarettes late at night, prowling the streets. Either
Yep.
you're a criminal or a cop, and you're just watching each other. But
Yeah.
I do appreciate you guys joining and watching. I'll let you know what the next movie is after this, and we will talk jazz about that. But
Good talk,
Yeah.
everybody. Ass slaps all around.
that sounds good. Peace out.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, does anyone else have anything else to mention? We went through the movie and all the characters. It was pretty straightforward.
I don't think I have. The McRib is coming back soon. I've learned from my sources, so that's something to be excited about, although unrelated.
I'm
Have
actually
you heard about the Grinch meal, sir?
I have not, good sir. Tell me of this Grinch meal.
It's a Grinch meal. I don't know.
It's
My
invented by
kids
the
are
Grinch.
Talking about. Yeah.
It's just
Go
got
to
dill pickle
Crooked Jockey
seasoning for your
Jockey.
fries.
You know what? Let's all meet up at McDonald's.
Making it great.